at the Breaking Rates event here in New York City, and I'm joined by Sam Priyadarshi from Vanguard. Sam, thanks for joining us today. So I really want to talk to you about the process that you are going on as a buy-sider with sort of onboarding with SEFs. As a major player in the buy-side, how has Vanguard managed this sort of transition into the SEF world? What are some of the challenges you're seeing?
Sure. Thanks very much, Alex. So here at Vanguard, we've been looking at onboarding with different SEFs, and a lot of the market structure is going to be changing. And the first and foremost was the MAT determination. And gradually, the different SEFs have shortened their MAT list to where it's largely benchmark tenors, and hopefully there will be enough liquidity in these benchmark securities. So one of our worries was that the SEFs were going to MAT a lot of securities, even the illiquid ones and the ones that didn't trade, and buy-side firms would have to trade even if there was no liquidity or lack of liquidity on the SEFs. So that was one major concern, and we voiced our concerns alongside with other buy-side firms, with the commissions, and with the public outcry over the long list of securities that were mattered. That has now been lessened to some degree with a short list of securities that will be mattered. In fact, today was the deadline for the commission to
sort of put the brakes on things, and the word is, I guess, they haven't done that as of yet.
Exactly.
As of 2 o'clock, it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet, so we will see. Now, beyond the 30 days, all trading in required transactions that are not block trades will have to go on the SEFs for both rates and for CDX. So it's a very challenging world, and right now Vanguard and other firms like us are looking at onboarding with SEFs. And
what has been the biggest challenge with the onboarding process? I mean, there's the know your client sort of status, all these things. Has that been a burdensome sort of process for you, or are you finding it relatively easy as the SEFs get more and more ginned up for it?
So it has been a very challenging process for us. So operationally, there is the issue of straight-through processing, connectivity with order management systems and affirmation platforms, the credit hubs, connectivity with the futures commission merchants, as well as the SDRs and with the CCCs. So the first issue is that of connectivity. Then the second issue was the SEF access agreements. So a lot of firms, including us, have had issues with them. But notable among the clauses is the agreement that you will agree to the rule book. So there are a lot of issues with the rule book, and certainly there's the issue with margining, that the SEF can require clients to post margin and in extenuating circumstances. That is a problem for us because 40 Act funds cannot post margin to exchanges. So it is a big issue for us. The second thing is jurisdiction. So all funds and separately managed accounts that an asset manager is trading for on a SEF have to comply with the jurisdiction of the SEF.
Exactly.
So that is an issue for us. And so thirdly is liability. So we want the liability to, the asset manager is now liable for all the trades, even though the asset manager is thinly capitalized.
Exactly.
So there's those three issues, which are legal issues. But
are they being worked out, or do you think there's going to be resolution to these issues? I mean, because the mandate is coming like a freight train. It's coming in a few weeks.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Alex. So as a single client, the rule book is not negotiable because it applies to a whole host of clients. In fact, all participants that trade on the SEF
have to follow the rule book.
Exactly. But Vanguard is lobbying with the SIFMA AMG along with other large asset managers to the CFTC about these issues with the rule book. So we have to, in order to be able to trade, for now we are agreeing with the rule book, but we have issues with them. And we are hoping that the CFTC will intervene on these issues that most market participants are having.
So you envision then in the next 6 weeks we're going to see a pretty significant upturn in volumes on the SEFs and the DCMs.
Correct. Yes. So and then of course there's a whole trade workflow which will change for us.
Exactly.
And it's a huge deal. So right now we are living in three worlds. So one is the permitted transactions, which we can do bilateral trades, and we post collateral back and forth with the dealers. Then there is the required transactions which are cleared, and then there are required transactions which are matchable. So we'll have to determine, so if this is an amortizing swap, but it's clearable, but I can't trade it on the SEF. So it's kind of like, you know, we have to be very careful about which product trades where. So trading protocol is important to us. And then even on the SEF, all SEFs have to have an order book, and then most of them are offering RFQ platforms and RFS platforms. So my guess is that we will opt for RFQ platforms, the +2 or in year 1, and beyond April 2014 we'll go to
well,
+3.
Sounds like the next few weeks are going to be pretty interesting time period for all of us who are watching this. Sam, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us here at the Breaking Rates event, and please, you know, keep us informed of what's going on.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.